Blast me to the mortal realms! It's time for the Mad Merlins review of Warhammer Age of Sigmar Stormbringer, issue 27 by Hachette Partworks and Games Workshop. Hello everyone and welcome back to another Mad Merlins Stormbringer video review. So this week we're going to be taking a look at issue 27 and it includes 6 Griffhounds. So it's nice to see that they've rectified the problem for subscribers. There was a lot of problems with the public release of this, only including 3 Griffhounds, not the 6. And the additional 3 were to be sent in issue 30. So yeah, let's dive into this. But before we do, don't forget to, of course, like the video if you are enjoying the content. And if you are, please consider subscribing to the channel, as it's the only way you can keep up to date with all my mad content. If you would like to support the channel, there's all the links in the description down below, including the Mad Merlins Patreon. And of course, you can drop a comment down below. It helps the channel out by pushing that algorithm forward and helps more people discover us. So, drop me a comment down below. What's your favourite sort of beast unit as we're looking at the Griffhounds? So yeah, let me know in the comments down below and we'll have a good natter. So without further ado, let's dive into issue 27. Here we have issue 27. And we get 4 frames in this issue. And they are a pair of identical frames. So we got 2 of these frames here. So we got 3 Griffhounds to make. We've got a leaping forward, a standing ready, and a sort of mid-dash. And then we can build those up. There's an option or head there to help make a alpha for the pack. But other than that, we get 3 heads. And the heads can easily be mixed, I believe, between any of the torso types. So, yeah, you can have a good little bit of a swap around, help each one look a little more unique. And then we got a second set there. And we also get our usual bases, so 40mm round bases in this case. So there we have it. Right, let's get straight into the issue. So we have our Griffhounds learning about Stormbringer Crusades, and we start to learn more command abilities. So our full contents: the Arcanum Optimal, part of our history. Venom Part 2 for our stories, our battle record for the Griffhounds, building and painting our Griffhounds. We have core rules, all-out attack and all-out defense tutorial, Griffhounds datasheet, and Thunder Run, our latest pitched battle. So the Arcanum Optima. During the Necroquake, the magic of the mortal realms was made more powerful and dangerous than ever before. Wild energy flooded the realms in a time that Azerite scholars call the Arcanum Optima. So yeah, this is the time where Nagash's Necroquake has various effects over the mortal realms, one of which was upping the threat level that magic posed. Normal spells have become a lot more dangerous, and the really dangerous spells have pretty much become embodiments of the particular law of magic, or the realm in this case. So yeah, some of the good things was storm vaults, where Sigmar has hidden away ancient relics, and also secretive chambers of his Stormcast were also unlocked during this time. So the Sacrosanct came to power during the events of the Necroquake, as they were used to help fight back against the forces of death. And here we have a few examples of some of the storm vaults. Next up then, we have Venom, our second part of this story. So kill boss Golmrog City Eater is in trouble. Having lost a bet with the legendary swamp boss Scumdrek, Golmrog now owes his treasures and his life to another Orc. With time running short, will Golmrog prove cunning enough to wriggle out of trouble? So yeah, this just continues our story that started a few issues back, focusing on Golmrog and his misadventures. So yeah, pretty cool short story. At the end here, we see he encounters a group of Gloomspite Gits, which is very fitting as we are starting to get those in our collection. So next up, we've got our Griffhounds datasheet, and so we got a name origin there for them. So Griffhounds are fierce and loyal beasts who originate from Azir. They have an innate hatred of chaos, keen senses, and potent natural weapons, making them fine companions of the Stormcast Eternals. Hunting packs of Griff Chargers dart across the battlefield, savaging enemies before they can react. So yeah, we got our D6 chart as usual to choose a name for our Griffhounds. And then we got their particular pack title as well. So you can put the unit name down, and we got a few little abilities here to tick off when we use them in games. So we got our build guide next. So we're looking at the alpha first. So there's a specific head for the alpha, which you need to make one of these models up as. And then the others are built as shown here. So you have one using the alpha body but the regular head, and then two of each of these particular poses. Like I said, you could probably mix the heads. You'd have to do a dry fit at the stage, as it mentions here. So what you want to do is build up all your bodies first, then dry fit and test the heads before we glue the heads into place, just to help each one look a little different. Yeah, next up we look at how to paint our Griffhounds. So we got two different types of Griffhounds we'll be painting. Orangey bodied ones and light bluish grey ones, which are the same three we painted in the Mortal Realms collection. So orange Griffhounds, we want to base with Wraithbone, then apply Griffhound Orange, which we got last issue. And then finally dry brush with Wraithbone. For a darker orange, for a lighter orange, we use Corax White, Griffhound Orange, and then Wraithbone. And then the feathers, so we got Avalanche Sunset, Corn Red, and Catchan Flesh before we pick out the beaks and claws with Abaddon Black. Grey Griffhounds, so we paint with Wraithbone, Griff Charger Grey, then dry brush of Corax White for a darker colour. Then for the lighter colour, it's the Corax White base, Griff Charger Grey, and then Corax White dry brush. Then we've got Contour Blue, Incubi Darkness, and Avalon Black for the feathers here, and Avalanche Sunset for the beaks. So Incubi Darkness we don't have yet, so it will be available in a future issue, which is explained on the back here. Then we have a few extra details to pick out, which can be found on all of them. So we got Abaddon Black for the straps, the claws, Retributor Armor for the gold details, and Mephiston Red for the plumes on the alpha there. Yeah, really cool. And you get finished set of Griffhounds. So yeah, Incubi Darkness you'll receive in a future issue. Leave that the base coat colours for the moment. Yeah, pretty cool. And hopefully we'll add some extra detail to these once we get a few extra shades, because we could do a little bit of shading, I think, on the yellow feathers there. But yeah, they look pretty good for the moment. Moving on, then we got a new page for our cool rules, and this is all about making attacks in combat. So picking your targets, making your shooting attacks, making your combat attacks, finding your number of attacks on your profile, combination of attacks, and then the attack sequence and some command abilities. So we have all-out attack and all-out defense, which we have tutorials for over the page. And on the other side, we've got some lovely in-action shots here. We've got a loon boss on Cave Squig and a bunch of squigs attacking some Sylvaneth. And here we see a Nighthaunt procession bursting from a dead city, facing off against some Stormcast Eternals. Up next then is our datasheet for our Griffhounds. So we have move 9, 2 wounds each, no save, and they are bravery 6. They attack with their vicious beaks and claws, 4 attacks each, hitting on 3, wounding on 4, no rend and 1 damage. So the unit has if the unit has 3 or more models, 1 model in this unit can be an alpha. Add 1 to the attack for the alpha's vicious beak and claws. They have darting attacks, so after they have fought and all of its attacks have been resolved, it can retreat 6 inches. And warning cry, if an enemy reserve unit or summoned unit is set up on the battlefield for the first time within 12 inches of this unit, you can pick up to 3 friendly Stormcast units within 12 inches of this unit to shoot. Any shooting attacks made by the Stormcast must target this newly arrived unit. So yeah, pretty cool. Combine these guys with the Vigilors, which we'll be getting in a future issue, and you get some pretty potent combinations working out there. So yeah, we got a tutorial for darting attacks where they charge to slog off, done their attacks, and then retreated out the way so they don't get hit. And we have the warning cry, so the Loon Boss has called forth a group here. They're set up, and the Fanatic has set up from reserve. And so the 3 units within range of the Griffhounds get a chance to shoot. And our battle for the week is Thunder Run. So we have the Lord Aquila, the Stormstrike Chariot, and the Griffhounds against the Loon Boss, the Cunning Crew, Manok, and the Marshcrawler Slogoth. We have 3 pieces of terrain set up in a diagonal section across the battlefield. Order deploy here, destruction deploy here. And yeah, at the end of each turn, the player may set up a unit from their collection anywhere within 6 inches of the table edge, more than 9 from enemy units. You may only set up a unit from your collection if it is not slain earlier in the battle. So yeah, that's pretty cool. You get some nice chance to redeploy abilities, which is pretty cool. And it's all about control as well, so we need to make sure we control the primal layer sections, which is pretty good. So it's something a little different compared to beat them all up. Looking forward into the future then, we have issue 28, comes as Zarbag's Gits, one of the Underworld's warbands. Never had this warband when it first came out, so I may at some point pick up an issue just to get these models for myself. We learn about the Growing Menace, and we learn all about Inspiring Presence. And then we have issue 29, comes with 2 new paints, Runod Brass and Baraknar Burgundy. Not sure how these are going to get used at the moment, but these will be coming in very handy for our Caradron Overlords when we get them. We also learn about the Realm of Heavens. So yeah, looking forward to that one. So that's it for this issue. I'll bring in all my little Griffhounds. So yeah, there we go. Let me know what you thought of this video in the comment section down below, and what's your favourite beast companion. For me, being a Skaven fan, it has to be... We don't have many beasts, but I suppose the Hell Pit Abomination counts. I know it's more of a monster, but yeah, I'm counting it. But yeah, there we go. Let me know in the comment section down below, and I will say thank you all for watching, and I will see you next time on the Stormbringer reviews. Thank you, and goodbye.